You ever have a moment so cruel it burns into your soul, where someone's pettiness hurts the person you love most? That's what happened when Eleanor Pritchard, the HOA queen of Willow Creek, Washington, ripped my daughter Sophie's science fair trophy from her hands and tossed it into a muddy puddle, not knowing I'm Sheriff Lucas Bennett, with a badge, a dash cam, and a stack of evidence ready to end her reign. This is the story of how one woman's heartless act against my disabled daughter sparked a fight for justice and a lesson in humanity that changed our town forever. It's a rainy spring afternoon, the kind where the air smells like wet grass and hope, and I'm pulling into our driveway in my cruiser, Sophie beside me, clutching her silver trophy from the state STEM fair. She's 13, battling juvenile idiopathic arthritis since she was 6. Her joints flaring so bad some days she can barely hold a pencil, but she built a sensor to help kids with tremors right, and it won first place. Her grin's brighter than the sun we haven't seen all week, and I'm bursting with pride, thinking of my late wife, Clara, who'd be cheering loudest. We're barely out of the car when Eleanor storms across our lawn, her fancy boots sinking, clipboard flashing like a weapon. "That's unacceptable," she shrieks, pointing at our house. "Those green curtains, unapproved pallet, Section 9, Rule 3. And that birdhouse? Tacky." I rest a hand on Sophie's shoulder, keeping calm. "Eleanor, we just got back from Sophie's award ceremony. She won state. Can this wait?" Her eyes narrow. "Standards don't wait, Lucas. 3 violations this month." Sophie whispers, "Dad, let's go inside." Her steps slow, pained from the long day. But Eleanor spots the trophy. "What's that? Another lawn decoration?" Sophie, voice soft, says, "It's my STEM award for my writing sensor." Eleanor scoffs. "Anything visible needs HOA approval, no exceptions." She snatches it, yanking Sophie's arm, and my girl winces, pain shooting through her joints. "Give it back," I growl, but Eleanor backs up. "This stays at the HOA office until you file for display." She trips, the trophy flies, splashing into a muddy puddle with a sickening thud. Sophie sobs, months of grit, late nights, therapy, pain, sinking in the dirt. Eleanor, smirking, says, "Oops. Clean that up, or it's another fine." Something in me breaks, but I'm a sheriff, trained to channel rage into action, and I know Eleanor just crossed a line she can't uncross. Willow Creek's a cozy suburb, all neat lawns and friendly waves, but Eleanor's ruled it like a dictator for a decade. Her HOA finds a tax on breathing. She's hit Mrs. Harper for a too wild garden, threatened the Garcias over a wheelchair ramp, even fined a vet for a gaudy flag. It's not about rules, it's about power, her need to feel big by making others small. Since Clara passed 2 years ago, I've been a single dad, juggling sheriff duties and Sophie's doctor visits, so our lawn's not always HOA perfect. Eleanor's been relentless. Notes for unkempt grass, wrong shutters, piling on like she smells weakness. I've kept quiet, collecting neighbor complaints, bank records, and whispers about her shady deals, waiting for the right moment. That moment's now. I pull my badge, voice steady. "Eleanor, I'm the county sheriff. That was theft, property destruction, and cruelty to a minor." Her face pales, but she snaps. "You can't arrest me for enforcing rules." I point in my cruiser. Dash cam's got it all. "Want to talk about the $12,000 community fund that built your pool?" She stammers. "You're bluffing." I kneel, lift Sophie's muddy trophy, hand it to her. "Go clean this, sweetheart. I've got this." Sophie shuffles inside, hurting but brave, and I turn to Eleanor. "You're done, Eleanor. Resign by morning, apologize to Sophie publicly, pay back the $12,000, and do 100 hours at the kids' hospital art program, or I go public with everything." Eleanor's not just a bully, she's a machine, churning out fines to keep Willow Creek under her thumb, targeting folks like us who can't fight back, or so she thinks. Sophie's my world, her strength through pain a fire Clara lit, and Eleanor's attack isn't just mean, it's personal, a strike at a kid who's fought harder than Eleanor ever will. I've been building a case, 14 family statements, bank transfers to her cousin's landscaping firm, her own 6 violations she ignored, like a hunter waiting for the perfect shot. She doubles down. You can't force me out. I've run this place for years. I step closer. I've got statements from Mrs. Harper, crying over her roses, the Garcias, fined for their grandma's ramp, Mr. Tate, hit for his flag, and $12,000 moved to your account, not the park you promised. Her eyes dart. That's harassment. I keep it low. Harassment's you making my girl cry, stealing her moment because you can't stand anyone shining brighter than you. I pull Judge Ellen Carter's card. Report to her tomorrow, 9 a.m., for community service, kids with chronic pain like Sophie. Refuse, and it's charges, plus your husband's mayor run takes a hit. She grabs the card, hissing, fine, I'll resign, but I add, apology to Sophie, public, next meeting. And the $12,000 back in 30 days for ramps, lights, benches for folks like Sophie. She's shaking. That's our money. I glance at Sophie's window. Should have thought of that before you hurt my kid. A flicker, guilt, maybe, crosses her face, and she nods, defeated, trudging off, her boots squelching in the mud she made. The next morning, a new trophy's on our doorstep, gleaming, with Eleanor's resignation letter, a $12,000 HOA transfer receipt, and a signed service form from Ellen. 2 weeks later, I'm at the community center, Sophie beside me, her trophy polished, though her hands ache today. Javier Garcia, the new HOA president, stands tall, announcing the Sophie Bennett rule, mandating fair enforcement and accommodations for medical needs, ramps, rest spots, no fines for disability aids. The room's packed, Mrs. Harper, Mr. Tate, the Patels, all folks Eleanor targeted, now cheering, their faces free of fear. Sophie whispers, "Did you plan this, Dad?" I shake my head. Just wanted her to say, sorry, kiddo. You did this. Eleanor's in the corner. No designer gear, just jeans and a sweater, day 10 of her hospital service. Ellen called. She's not just serving, she's asking to stay, learning from kids like Sophie, their grit cracking her shell. Mrs. Harper, whose garden Eleanor trashed, walks up, gruff. Heard you're at the hospital. My sister taught art therapy, left brushes for kids with shaky hands. Take 'em. Eleanor nods, eyes low. I'd like that, Mrs. Harper. It's small, but it's a start, a bridge where a wall used to be. After, Eleanor approaches us, voice soft. Sophie, your sensor at the fair. It's incredible. My niece has arthritis. Could you share your notes with her therapist? Sophie lights up. I've got prototypes too. I'm stunned, watching my girl turn pain into connection, her forgiveness bigger than my badge. Eleanor helps Mrs. Patel down the steps, a quiet act, no spotlight. I'm thinking of Clara, how she'd say anger's a poison you don't drink, and I see it. Eleanor's changing, not because I forced her, but because Sophie's courage showed her what strength really is. The neighborhood's different now. Javier's open meetings, benches popping up, kids chalking sidewalks without fines. Mrs. Harper's roses bloom wild, the Garcias ramp stays, Mr. Tate's flag flies high. Sophie's projects in local schools, helping kids write, her name a quiet legend. I'm on the porch, coffee warm, Sophie sketching new sensors, and I feel Clara's pride, not just in the trophy but in Sophie's heart, forgiving Eleanor, lifting us all. My badge helped, sure, but it's Sophie who changed Willow Creek, showing a bully what real victory looks like. Driving home, Sophie's quiet, then asks, would Mom be proud I forgave Eleanor? I choke up. She'd say you're the strongest person she ever knew, kiddo. Anger's heavy. You let it go. She smiles, trophy glinting. Then I'm glad it happened. I am too, but here's the rub. Did I push too far, threatening Eleanor's world to make her bend? Or was that the only way to protect Sophie and fix this town? Should I have let her off lighter? Trusted she'd change without the hammer? Comment below. What's your HOA nightmare? Or would you have given Eleanor a softer out? Share your story. Let's keep our kids' trophies shining and our neighborhoods kind, folks.